Hello, 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 and welcome to the Motivational Hour, 7 a.m. motivation. It's early. It's early, early. Let's turn on this light. Uh-oh. Hold on now. My light's not working. But how you doing this morning? I guess I start every day like a human, right? Sometimes things don't work. Sometimes you have to fix things. So, there we are. Whew. So today it was very cold. Today was very cold. Went outside. I think it's gotta be at least freezing. And then I look at my screensaver here, and the background was this looks like the Maldives or something. Hold on, let me show you. For those who can see, it's a it's a picture of a tropical island with crisp blue and green waters. Uh, it just looks amazing. And that's our desktop right now. Hold on, let me share sound because we're gonna jump into a motivational speech. Share. There you go. For everybody that can see on YouTube. Look at that. Multiple blue islands. It almost looks like it's AI generated. But we got to remember, God is the ultimate, ultimate graphic designer. Okay? That looks amazing. I wonder where that's at. If anybody knows where this is at, please let me know. It just reminds me of like what's that word? Jurassic Park. Isla Nublar and Isla Sonar or something. Look at the names. Oh wow. All right. I've oogled enough over this picture. Uh, what is it that you find beautiful in life? Um, is it is it the places that you go, the people that you see, the experiences that you have, the cars that you own, the house that you own, the exotic beaches that you've been to? What do you think is beautiful in life? I think my children are very beautiful. You know, my wife. These things are beautiful to me. Um, my my accomplishments and my failures are beautiful to me as well. Because if I hadn't had um accomplishments and failures, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be talking to you right now. My the struggles in my life and the windfalls in my life. If I didn't have those, I wouldn't be thinking along the pattern of appreciation that I have at this moment. There would be no Wellman work. There would be no eco entrepreneurs. I find sustainability a very viable um, business practice or business model in itself, in and of itself. And when I was looking here at this image on my screen of the the beautiful mountains covered by lush greenery, surrounded by oceans of like pure green and blue bliss. I find that if our world were more like this and less like, the cities and the pollution that we have in the inner cities and um just it's less chaotic, right? I don't When you look at this picture, for those of you that can see this, you don't think of stress. You don't think of arguments. You don't think of politics. You don't think of money or lack of money, right? You think of money. You don't think of lack of money. You you see a difference in existence, and that difference is it's like it's a giant, we talked about yesterday, the gap in between where you want to be, where you are and where you want to be. It looks like a giant gap in between where I'm at and where I want to be just by looking at this picture. Even though I value what I have right now, I want others to feel the bliss of this picture that I'm looking at right now. I want others to have that aha moment of, wow, life is simpler than I make it. It's not as complex, it's not hectic. I don't have to stress. I can just be at peace when I wake up and be harmonious with the earth, in harmony with the earth. There is it's like a fine line in between having everything and having nothing. Fine line. And that fine line is called gratefulness. You don't have that gratefulness, it could all disappear. I was just talking to my son outside. I was telling him that even though it's cold outside, that's what billionaires need. They take a cold shower in the morning, even if it's just to refresh them or wake them up. And I was like, it gives that fight or flight. It triggers that fight or flight mechanism that keeps them billionaires or they'll become millionaires, right? Millionaire can become a thousandaire. A thousandaire can become a hundredaire. But you know what I mean. It's like they have to stay inundated with new knowledge. Their awareness needs to be surrounded by more awareness. And not just them, every person. I'm talking about affluence right now. When you're affluent, to stay affluent, you have to be inundated with new information every day. If it is your business to trade your imagination for money, remember that's the topmost way we talked about the other day, topmost way to make money. Second is to what? Trade your communication for money. Below that, trade your management skills, your unification for money. Below that, to trade your implementation, your actual physical working for money. So it's four different ways to trade your trade for money. And the bottom one is trading time, the actual doing of the thing. And I told you that I would go into how that would build you a business. And I'll go ahead and go into that because when we look at why we're doing what we're doing, are we only doing what we're doing because we can't do any better or because we haven't learned any better? Because if you're making hundreds of dollars, you could be making thousands. If you're making thousands of dollars, you could be making hundreds of thousands, or tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands. If you're making tens or hundreds of thousands, you could be making millions. It's just one zero off, right? One zero off, but it's 10 times the revenue or 10 times the profit. What is that 10x? What is that? How do we get there? And why do we lose it? Well, as I said earlier, the way your brain works with that fight or flight mechanism, you have to activate that every day. Every day. Otherwise, you'll be lazy. And laziness doesn't beget fruitfulness. So we ask God for us not to be lazy, and we ask Him to prolong our senility, prolong that from happening. Delay it from happening. Hopefully, it never happened. That we'll be senile one day. All right, so we can have our brain to use to utilize. So when we have our brain to utilize, anything is possible for us to create, to think about. Man is what he thinks about every day. Where you put in your mental factory, weaves the fabric of your life, Jim Rohn said. So what do we put into our mental factory? So we are at the point where we want to build a business because we need to get to the next level. A business is just a delegation of tasks that you can't just do all on your own. You need a company of people, hopefully they're like-minded people, right? And they're built around the why of the company, not just the how. Oh, we sell shoestrings. How? Well, we manufacture them and then we sell them. No, it needs to be built around the why, the golden circle. Why is in the center. Okay, so shoestrings. It's not about the shoestrings. It's about how you feel when you put the shoestrings on. It's about the touch of class it adds to your shoe when you use our shoestrings versus anyone else's. Everything we do with care and purpose. We just so happen to make shoestrings. We just so happen to make the best shoestrings that you'll ever buy. The last shoestrings you'll ever buy. I think I'd try those shoestrings just to see if what they're saying is true. We kind of try to disprove things. Ah, that wouldn't work. I'm gonna try it though. Because if it worked, wow, I'm sold forever. People sell themselves. Don't overpromise. Underpromise, overdeliver. Share your why. So we have that first thing down. Let me oh, my camera was a little off. I didn't know that. Hi there. Let me go to the am I gonna go to the whiteboard? Hey, we have a whiteboard in here, right? Host tools. Do, 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 do. Whiteboard, new whiteboard. Hey, whiteboard. Opening a whiteboard will stop the screen share. Do you want to continue? Yes. Hey, I got a whiteboard here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get my pen mouse here so that I can write on this whiteboard. Our new whiteboard saves your work and offers the latest features. You can set the whiteboard classic as board by default in settings. I have never used this whiteboard. This looks nice. Do 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 do. Very nice. I guess it took me to have a physical whiteboard in back here, right? You can see this whiteboard. For me to actually find a whiteboard on online here. That's nice. Well, so what do we want to say? We want to say that we want to build a business. Oh, here we go. I have my pen tool. Thank you. No, I'll take that and I'll unplug this mouse and I'll plug in this pin mouse and see if this works. Let's see. Oh, I didn't turn it on. Did I put the batteries in it? Technical difficulty, excuse me. Okay, it has a battery, but that battery needs to be new. Hmm. Yes, AAA. One moment. So if you can see, this is a little pen mouse right here. Okay. And you can just write with it. Um, There we are. Boom. See if that works there. Hmm. No. Oh, no. All right, so it's not working. I'll have to figure that out later. I thought that I'll just put the regular mouse in. I'll figure it out. We'll have the whiteboard later. But anyhow, so we want to build a business, and but are we going to build it the same way everybody's been teaching you how to build a business before? You know, you have your product, you have your service, right? And you make dollars from each. And then you have your customers. Oh wait, you have your product, you have your customer, and you get your sale, and you make revenue, and then you pay your expenses, and then you make profit. And up here you got your advertisement. Well, actually, no. Excuse me. In between your product and your customer, you got your advertisement. Okay? Product, advertisement, customer, sale, revenue, expenses, profit. Okay? Over here, you got your service, you got your advertisement, you get your client, you get your sale, you get your revenue, you pay your expenses, and you get your profit. Okay. So people think that's a business. That's not a business. That is a list. Excuse me. That is a list. Nowhere in there do I see engagement. All right. Let's list the things that are not in there. Engagement. I need another marker. Hold on. All right. Engagement. 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 What's engagement? Engagement is seeing that a customer is not just a money cow, seeing that they're a person with an opinion and needs. So, opinion, needs, and their opinion can make or break your product. Their needs can lead to your revenue. Their opinion can also lead to your revenue. Their opinion can lead to your referral. Referral. Their opinion can lead to your referral. Okay. And your referral can lead to more revenue. In fact, your referral is your advertisement. Okay. Your, what else? What else? And when they talk, they can talk your business down or up. You want to make sure that they talk your business up. Okay. What else are we missing here? One thing that could tie this all together: community. 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 Okay. To commune. To commune is to talk. To talk. You have unity in there too. So to talk together. See that? Community. Talk together. That's what I think it is. Okay. That's just my approach to that. So people that are talking together engage with one another. So in your community, you must engage with your potential customers. Even if they're not customers, they're not gonna all be customers. They are just people who see your business. They just see your business. They might see your product. They might see your service. That's it. They might not see you. They might see you. They might see you or your business or your product or your service by seeing your ad, right? There's multiple ways you can be viewed. Now, they're people. Let's go back to them being people because this is what people forget, that you are dealing with people. People are where your money is going to flow from, their pockets, people's pockets. My uncle once said, your job is to get the money out of their pocket into your pocket. Then you're doing business. If you can't get the money out of their pocket into your pocket, and we mean by no means to take it, but to convince them, not even to convince them, have them convince themselves that they want your service or product over someone else's service or product. Well, that's your job. In any field you're in, that's your job. We are salesmen and saleswomen, right? So, whatever business you're in, I don't know what business you're in, but I do know that you have to deal with people on at every single level. There is a person, okay? You have employees. You have to sell your employees to come to work. There's management. You have to sell them to manage employees. You have your C-suite. to take care of all of the top level organization, or I would say operations, top level operations. And then you have the owner who sees the vision. Now remember now, employees do the implementation. Let's give ourselves some room here. Ah, I'd like to take a picture of that before I go. It says sale, what is it? Product, advertisement, customer, sale, revenue, and expenses, profit. And their needs make your revenue, their opinion make your I messed that up. Big time, make your revenue as well. And I'll just leave that off. Let me take a picture of that real quick. You know what? It's already on video. Ha. All right, let's delete that, remove that. And now let's just talk about where this is. The owner, remember the owner, they are in the creativity or imagination. Imagination phase. One below that is communication. Thank you, Myron Golden. I'll never forget it. Under that is unification. And under that is implementation. So you're using your time for money here. Here you're using your management skills for money. Here, oh, excuse me, implementation, you're trading your time for money. In unification stage with the when you manage employees, you're trading your management skills for money. And in the C-suite, top level operations in communication, you are trading your well, you're using your mouth to speak for money or your opinion, your opinion. And here at the top level, owner, vision, imagination, you're using your brain, excuse me, your mind for money. Okay. Which level will you operate at? Which level do you operate at? Let's just say that. Which level do you operate at? Everybody operates at a level, right? If we don't know what level we operate at, maybe we haven't realized because we haven't thought about what level we operate at. Okay? Some people operate at more than one level, and this might not be good. In fact, this is not good. If you notice you operate at more than one level now, maybe you're stagnant in one level and keep switching back and forth to the other levels. Like the owner shouldn't be doing employee work. When the owner is doing employee work, the business does not scale well. I've learned that. I've been in multiple hats. You hear they say the entrepreneur wears multiple hats. He does. She does. Yes. And the business does not scale like that. You need multiple people in multiple seats doing multiple hats, wearing multiple hats for a business to scale. That's why businesses have employees. How do you gain employees? Well, number one, you need customer engagement. That is a position. They used to call it customer service. I don't know what they call it now. All right. You also, walaikum salam, son. You also need management. You also need representatives, sales representatives, sales representatives. Okay. Now we can take care of the sales representatives a bit in a second. How to find management, that is key. Customer engagement, you are the customer engagement when it first start out. In fact, your management, customer engagement, and your sales. But you are the owner, and you are not an entrepreneur. Sorry, that that is not what you are. If you are the owner and you're the sole representative of this company, you are a solopreneur. 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 Say it with me. Exactly. Solopreneur. And being a solopreneur, you wear so many hats. You don't have time to do management. You don't have time to do sales. You got to do customer engagement. You don't have time to look at the vision and do the business plan and balance the finances and make sure that the company is looking good on the branding, and that's a lot of hats. So your business grows slowly at the level of skills you have, and that is all. So if you want your business to grow fast, number one, you have to be able to either one of two things. Let's go ahead and erase this. I'm gonna show you what you need to do. Do, 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 do. You have to be able to either pay employees upfront or pay employees commission, or you can pay a staffing agency uh what on a net 30, or you can pay partners a share of your profit. Okay? Think about that. Pay your employees up front. That means go in your pocket and take out $19 or $20, let's say $20 an hour, and pay them every week. So you literally are coming up with, what is it, 40 hours, it's $800 every employee per week. Now, they may give you 2 weeks. So that's 1 week and then 1 week in the hole plus 1 week in the hole equals 2 weeks. You might get 2 weeks of their um of their time, right? Invested in your company. But they're expecting $800, and then the next week they expecting, even if they don't work another week. right? And they say, "Oh, I quit." You still owe them $800. So your investment is $1,600. Okay, and you can break down taxes and things like that, or you can pay them different ways. Like you can pay them a 10 1099 1099. Thanks, Law. A 1099. That means you pay them everything, they take out their own taxes. Okay. Now, or you can pay them W-2, and then you got to do all of the taxes. You have to have your Social Security, your your state taxes, and your federal taxes, Social Security, all that other stuff that goes in there, right? With W-2. Or let's skip to the staffing agency. You can allow a staffing agency to take care of all that insurance and benefits and back office stuff, right? And all of the liability and all of the IRS and the listing of what type of employee you have. They take care of a lot of different things. So if you want to do that, pay a staffing agency. In fact, go so far as to build your business. This one's going. Your business credit. Build your business credit. When you start a business, you got to build business credit. In order for you to get 30 days to pay a staffing agency, right? They'll give you 30 days loan. And in that time, they'll send you people, build your company up, and you can work with these people, with these employees, and get the benefit of these employees' work all for 30 days. Meanwhile, you better have a rock solid business plan, rock solid business, rock solid product, rock solid service that they're performing, right? Because they are going to be skilled individuals, not just going to be uh, Joe Schmo. They're going to be skilled individuals who will who will do the job, do the work that you are seeking. So you're not just getting a sales representative. You're not just getting um, a manager. You're not just getting a customer service agent. You're getting somebody who knows how to do some work, a skilled individual in the industry that you have selected for your business. And it's a niche business. So everybody that comes to you, they know that you are good in this one thing. All right. Um, and there are staffing agencies that find skilled individuals. That's why they get paid. Their job is to find them, recruit them, source them, recruit them. They don't have to train them because they're already trained. They did a good sourcing. Vet them, make sure that they have the credentials that they say they have. Um, Also screen them for their licenses and drug screening and vehicular screening and all of those different types of screening, right? Once all that's done, employees pop out the other end. Boom, boom, boom. So you have employee, 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 employee. Now you have what's it? Let's say seven, eight, nine, 10. You have 10 times the employees paid on net 30. Now we have 10 employees. So we have let's say we have let's just say it's a tech company, right? You have a coder or otherwise a developer, right? You have, oh, let's say you got two coders, two developers. You have two web designers. You have two, always do things in pairs, graphic designers. You have uh, two sales reps and one project manager. Two, four. Two, four, six, eight, nine, one more. And you have a one customer service representative. So the manager, reps, and then your staff. All right, so that's 10 people. 10 people. You're shelling out up here. Everybody's not going to work for $20 a week or $20 an hour. Okay. Your code developers, they may be $40 an hour. Your web designers might be $35 an hour. Your graphic designer might be $25 an hour. Your sales reps may be $20 an hour. Your project manager may come in at $50 an hour. Your customer service may be around $20 an hour. So that's you got 20, 50, 20, 25, 30. Or did I say the web designers 35? Uh, your coder developers making 40. Your web designer's making 35, and your graphic designer's making 30. All right. So you're let's do some math here. You are shelling out 40, 35, 60, 65. That's 105. Um, that's 210 right there. And then you have over here for your sales reps, two sales reps. So that's 40, that's 250. Plus your one project manager, that's 300, and your customer service, that's 320. So you're shelling out $320 an hour, and that's your employees' pay. But because you're using a staffing agency, right? They charge a premium. They charge an up. They charge a upsell on that $320 an hour. So they may be getting 50%. Or some charge 100% more. You may be paying anywhere upwards of 300, excuse me, from 300, $640 at the top. And I'm not saying that's bad. If you want what you want, you'll pay what you need to get the best people. Now, that's at 100% markup or 200% markup. But I'm looking around, why do I say 100, 200%? Let's just say 2x. I'm looking at around 1.5. That's a sweet spot, right? 1.5, that'll be 50% markup. Half of this is 160. So 160 plus 320, we're at, what is this, 480? 480. So $480 an hour. All right. This is the value of a staffing agency. You don't have to worry about any logistics. All you have to worry about is paying that $480 an hour and reporting your company's or your staff's hours, making sure that the hours are correct. Because if your hours those hours aren't correct, you're paying for, you're not paying correctly. Okay? Now you're what you're getting from this, check this out. What you're getting from this is let's delete the pay employers up front. Delete that. See, everybody thinks that and they just pay people out of pocket and under the table. It's the best thing since sliced bread. I don't think so. It gives a dubious nature to your business. Like you have one foot in poverty and one foot out, or one foot on a one foot in the grave and one foot on a banana peel. Nobody wants to work like that, being shoved under the table. Okay, I want you to know. I want companies want. I mean, excuse me, talking a little fast here. Employees want to know that they're valued. A true employee can put on a name badge, have a business card, put on a t-shirt, and represent your company. They can go on LinkedIn and post your business as I work here. And all of their friends and colleagues say, congratulations. They shouldn't have to say I work for them under the table. That's that's dubious. That's I keep saying dubious, but that's just, it's not correct. That's the old way of doing things. The correct way of doing things would be pay your employees what they're supposed to get paid so that they can come to work with a smile, not come to work and saying, "Oh, this is the job that's in my way of getting the job I want." You don't want someone to come to work and work for your company like that, do you? That's it's kind of no, we don't want that. So, you know what? Let me take this whiteboard off. There we go. You want someone to come to work and work for you and drive your company culture from who they are. So, no matter where you find them or how they're found by a staffing agency, or even if you pay your employees on commission, there are commission-based employees out there who only want to be paid commission. Why? Because they may be charging anywhere between 15 and 50% commission. Okay? I pay anywhere between 25 and 50% commission. Okay? That's what I pay. I own a staffing agency as well. And we have net 30 terms. We have ACH 15. We have ACH 7. This auto drafts it right out of your bank account, right? After 15 days, after 7 days. Net 3, we have net 30, we have net 30, we have net 45. Okay? Based on your business's credit. So we do a credit check on your business to see how eligible it is for um finance financing, and eligible is for credit, excuse me. And then we extend you those terms, and we foot the bill for insurance. We foot the bill for all of the benefits for the employee. We foot the bill for even the company, even the employee's pay. Everything we do ahead of time. All you have to say is go now. Do. We want X. We are this company. We do our research. We want this company to do this for us. We want this output. So you got to say this company. So we are. I have a few staffing agencies. So one of my staffing agencies I own is a medical staffing agency. So it's called IT Medical Staffing, and we staff just as it says, medical professionals with a IT background. So some people say, "Oh, was that coders and developers?" No, that is because we have a IT staffing agency, just general IT with coders and developers and things like that. No, here this is like sonograms, okay, and ultrasounds and X-rays and MRIs and CAT scans and on and on and on. Specifically medical for most of the scanning and the imaging of the hospital. Okay? That's what our niche is. Now, do we do more in medical? Sure. We can staff you a LPN. We can staff you a cardiologist. We can staff you we can staff you any type of uh medical professional. Okay, but our focus is our niche. We're darn good at it. Now, all you have to do is tell us how many hours they worked and approve it. Because we see the hours that they track. They have their own login. We give them their own portal, right? We give you your portal too, and we have a portal. So we go on and we check these hours. And when you approve them, then all you got to do is pay the bill, the one bill. That's it. It's that simple. If you don't, if you don't have time to check in, go in and check in every week and approve it, guess what? We auto approve it every Monday. Okay, those hours go in, and you don't go in and check it. It just auto approves, so you don't even have to do anything. All you have to do is just pay your bill every month, every week. That's it. And if you have net 30 terms, you can pay it, or net 45 terms, you can pay it after a certain amount of time of you getting all the value. Let me get this darn. There we are. And down. Trying to fix my camera really quickly. It's giving me problems. So you have to learn we have to learn how to use that whiteboard on the computer there. Okay. So where are we at here? That's you paying a staffing agency. Um, and yes, we we have a markup. Our markup is point 0.4. So I come in right under the industry standard of the industry price. I come in at 0.49 markup. 0.49x. So we're not quite half. We're like 0.49. Why? I want to show that I'm just as good, but I'll charge you just a little less. All right. So let's say you're paying somebody $50 an hour. We need more space. All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of this. Did we get everything? Oh, pay partners for sharing the company. Let's remember that because I'm deleting everything here. We're right there at the top here. You can pay partners for a share in the profits, or partners, investors, whatever you want to call them. Because investors can be invest in time, invest in resources, all right, like money, or investing know-how, know-how, or an investor can be a person who has connections. I'll connect you with X, da 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 da. I'll connect you with all the people that you need. Why? I want 1% of your profit. I'll connect you with everybody you need to be connected with. I want 2% of your profit. That's an actual partner. Don't don't before I get off on that, let me just because I do want to talk about that. Let's do the math real quick. I said 49% of $50 an hour is $25 markup. Well, 24 not 24.50 or something like that of 50. So that's gonna be 74.50. What's that's not right. 24.74. Like 73.33333 or something like that. Let me do the math real quick. Mhm. Calculator. And I'm only doing this for the sake of time because I love my math. 0.49 times 50. Yeah, I was right. I was right the first time. Sorry. 24.5. So 74.5, 74.50. Okay. Now, so that's 74.50. If you want to pay them $50 an hour, 74.50. You want to pay them $100 an hour? That'll be 149. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, one. I'm gonna pay them $100 an hour. Yeah, that'll be $149 an hour. Okay? That's your bill rate. So for every $100 an hour, you're gonna pay $49 on top of that to work with us. I don't know about anybody else, but we're darn good at what we do. Okay? Now, we'll source, excuse me, we'll source, we will recruit, we will see, we go a step further, we'll train. We train even on top of, I'm just not gonna say that because what you will know is they'll have all of the soft skills. Dang, this is not right. Soft skills that they needed to match your company culture and abide by your company, your core values. You need someone aligned with your core values. Gosh, these pens are not working. Abide by your core values. And why do you need that? So that there will be no mutiny. You don't need mutiny in your company. Okay? We're there to add to your company, not take away from it. Okay? So abide by your core values. But also, ongoing, we give them soft skills training. Soft skills training for the life of the tenure. For the life of the tenure. Why do we do that? To make sure that they maintain the viability of their employability at your company. Because this is your company. We want to make sure that your company thrives. So we source, we recruit, we do personality testing and give you a map of their brain. Map of brain. Why do we do that? So you'll know how to talk to them. You'll know where their motivational triggers are. You'll know how not to talk to them. You will get a document that will guide you through how this person thinks. Where else can you get that? Exactly. I don't think Manpower, no offense, Manpower, you're great. Worked for you before. I don't think Manpower is going to give you that. Okay? But IT medical staffing will. And this is not for managers only to see or HR to see or any of the managers the C level suite to see, but this is for the employee as well. We give them a copy of their brain document. Why? So that they can see what their motivators are. They can see how their brain works. They can see what inspires them. They can see how what things negatively impact them. They can see what they need to work on. Hmm? And they can hone their skills because now they can work on what they lack. They can say, "Oh, I think like that. Oops. Well, you know what I do? Maybe I can improve in that area." Give them a motivator. Give them a way to do better on their own. That's that to me. That's incentive. So we do all of that for 49%. I think that's a steal. I think that's a steal. I think we'll be going up in the future. Okay, but I had to come in and be that disruptor. I saw a huge gap in the market. And what did we talk about earlier? We said that there needs to be a measurable difference between where where a customer, or in this case a client, begins and where or begins before your service and where they end after your service. And the gap in between needs to be big. In fact, the bigger the gap, the more you can charge. Bigger gap of transformation in their bottom line, because that's what it affects, their bottom line. The bigger the transformation in their business, it affects their bottom line going up. The leverage is created. Okay? So right now we're not charging everything we want to charge. Okay? 49% is not the roof, it's not the ceiling. And from what we're giving them, that is a steal. All right? Now, you can also pay partners for a share in your profits. Did I say in the money you make? No, that would be unwise. Because if you pay them for the money you make, let's say that's revenue, they take a portion, let's say they take 10% off the top. So if you made $100, you paying them $10. Every $100 you make, you already got 90. Then you get the then you have to pay your expenses. Let's say your expenses is 40 is was, excuse me, 50% of your revenue, not 50% of what you have left, 50% of your revenue. So now that's not 45 of 90, that's 50 of 100, but you only have 90. So now you already cut in more than 10% because 10 out of 9, what is that at 12.5? Hold on. Go back to our calculator. Calc. Oh, I done lost my screen. Calculator. 90 divided by 10. Excuse me. 10 divided by 90. Yeah, not 12.5. 0.11111111. So you went up instead of staying at 10%, you're charging yourself 11%. Don't do that to yourself. Give them a share of the profit because now you're doing 45, excuse me, instead of 45 because your expenses were 50% of your original revenue. Now you're down to $40. When if you would have put $100 minus the 50, still you'd have 50 left. And then you can pay a portion of 50. So now 10% of 50 is $5. And you get to keep $45. You made $45 profit. Over here, paying 10% of the revenue before you paid your bills, you end up with $40 profit. Same 10% you paid out, but it was 10% of what? It needs to be 10% of the profit after you pay out everything you need to pay out because you can't guarantee that your expenses will be less than your promises to your shareholders. They have to have a share in the profits, not a share in the revenue. Okay, because your expenses might exceed. Let's say you just did not enough this month. Let's say you made $60 revenue and you paid out 10% of that revenue, which is $6. No, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let's say you made $50 revenue and you want to pay 50% of that, which is $5. $5. So that's $45 left, right? Then you need to pay your expenses, which was still $50. Let's say it was $50. You had a subscription or something like that. Now you are $5 in the red because you chose to pay 10% of your revenue to this partner because they invested time or money or resources or knowledge or connections. But if you would have stuck with the plan and you dipped down and made only $50 revenue, but you went ahead and paid your $50 subscription, all right, or whatever your expenses, and now you're stuck with zero. When you go to do profits, what's 10% of zero? Come on, do some math real quick. Zero. They have to share in your losses as well. That's why it's called an investment. They don't always win because you don't always win. You both share the risk. You're not going to sit here and lose so that your partners can win. That's not how business is done. You both share the risk of going into business. That's why they put their time in. It's risky. They put their resources in. That's risky. They put their knowledge in. That's risky. They put their connections in. That's risky because it may not pan out. It's called business. If you want something surefire, go work for somebody else's business. And they'll take on the risk because it's not surefire for them, but it's more likely that they'll be able to pay you your $20 an hour, $50 an hour, $100 an hour, based on your time that you've implemented into their business or your resource or your knowledge into their business. Or on a higher level, your communication into their business. But the thing is, you have no risk. You have lesser risk, excuse me. You have lesser risk, substantially less risk being an employee because you don't have to deal with all of that. Um, you don't have that on your shoulders. The business owner does. Okay? But now if you want to strike out and have your own business, having a business means you have risk. You're exposing yourself to risk. Risk of what? Risk of loss. It's not just all gain. It's not just all profits. You got profit and loss. That's why on the at the end of the year, you have profit and loss statements. Okay, we're not going to go into that. This is about as much as we're going to touch on today. But I just wanted to let you know that there are different ways to get employees into your business. Okay, and if you were to give them a share of the profits, that would be better than giving them a share of the revenue. If you were to use a staffing agency, build up your business credit. Uh, if you were to pay them directly, make sure you have money saved up to pay them directly, right? And I would start 1099, and over time you can go to W-2, because 1099 you don't have to pay taxes or anything like that. You just pay them outright. But it is documented that you have what is called um, contractors. They're not employees. They're employees when you have W-2 employees. And one more. If you want to pay them on commission, there are commission-based sales reps out there, commission-based employees out there who want to just get paid on commission, because they get to accept the amount of commission that they get to negotiate the amount of commission that they accept. They won't just accept anything. Okay, and they basically work. If they're a sales rep, they work unencumbered. They can work remote. Some of them can work in person, but I've seen most of them work remotely nowadays. Uh, and you get a wider geographical area. You don't have to just hire in, your area. They can sell all over the world. We have the internet now. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. And if you want to build your business credit, remember, come check us out as well because we help build business credit. Okay. That's all I want to say. Have a great day today and tomorrow and the rest of your week. Today is Thursday, not hump day. Yesterday was hump day. Um, October 17th, 2024. This is 7 a.m. motivation. And I'm your host, Wobin Omar Salam. Have a great day from Eco Entrepreneurs. Take care. See you 7 a.m. tomorrow. Inshallah.